Welcome back to another installment of Panzer Campaigns, Tunisia 43, the End in Africa scenario. We're picking up with the 8th Army. And right now I'm looking at the Indian Division over here, and they're pretty jacked up. They've done some hard fighting, they have pretty high fatigue, and I'm trying to kind of move them back a little bit. Like this unit is pretty high fatigue, so I'm just going to park them in this forest over here, and these guys can stay. Now these are my 17 pounders and 6 pounders, which I don't think I'll be able to get up the hill. Yeah, I could get up the hill and deploy. Does raise the question. I want to get oh, there's already a trench there, so that's good, but I'll probably want to reinforce this trench. So something that I learned relatively recently is that you can actually, like if you have a fortified position and you leave that fortified position, it becomes vacant, which reduces its efficacy. And if you then dig in on that hex with the fortified position that is vacant, it will re-occupy and re-up the efficacy of the fortification. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the engineers first so that any defensive fire that comes in from this tank will be hopefully spread out with them as opposed to only these AT guns. I'm going to move the smaller units first. Yes, this is a this one is a little bit tricky. I actually probably should not have moved my engineers first. And I'm thinking that I may actually move them out of this hex. This is a clear hex here. So if I do that, yeah, okay. So the reason for that was because if I want to move these guns up and deploy them, I'll need to take advantage of road movement, I think. Let's find out. So these guys go first and come out of travel mode. Now the next unit, let me make sure, these are both Highlander guns. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Now I move my, what are these, the 17 pounders up. Defensive fire, no effect. Ooh, fingers crossed. Fatigue, so not the worst. Take them out of travel. And then observe that, okay. So my whole plan was like kind of silly, but I was being cautious. I didn't think that this last unit was going to be able to deploy because it was moving up the hill. Road movement does make them move faster. I just didn't think that it was going to allow them to take advantage of road movement because of the road stacking limit. Now, I'm not going to dwell on it. Let's move these engineers back up here. They'll dig in for these AT guns, and then we'll shell the heck out of this Panzer over here. Here, I have lots of machine gunners, which is great for me, and bad for this infantry unit that's over here. I know that there's going to be something over here. I'm actually going to use the recon ability on this recon car. I'll keep going. Yeah, okay, I didn't find anything. I'm not convinced that there's nothing out there, though. For the moment, I'm going to just rake this infantry unit with machine gun fire. We'll take advantage of the range that I have on him. Great. So you can stay, you can stay. I've got these engineers from the Highlanders, which I think, I don't know. Maybe I'll split them up. I'd like to find their headquarters unit to re-embark them. I have no idea where that is. I don't even know if they have a headquarters unit. I think that would just be their the divisional HQ, which is here. They're spread out pretty far. It's not really that big of a deal if they don't have trucks, at least for now. Might come in handy later, but for now I don't think it's a major issue. So let me get these guys out of here. What you here? You need to move. You are not supporting your guys. Here, these HQ units can stay. They're in forests on elevated position. Hopefully nothing creeps up behind me. I think I've eliminated everything behind me. Move you. So this engineer unit is now broken and disrupted. I'm going to commence. I wonder. I think if I assault with any combination of this infantry, it's going to be mixed organization penalty. So let's see. This is the 1st King's Royal Rifles, which is part of the 4th Armored Brigade. It's in the same corps. 23rd Armored Brigade. Yeah, I think that will be a mixed unit penalty, mixed organization penalty. I'm gonna try it. Oh, and yeah, I want to shoot first because I want to annihilate this unit if at all possible. Oh, okay. So assault canceled. We are victorious. Let's get out of here. This is a defect. This illustration, or the graphic for the assault, is still there. I guess I gotta cancel the assault? Alright. What's next? What's next? This is... okay, this is part of the 4th Armored Brigade, so I'd like to keep them-ish together. Let's go ahead and move the Highlanders. You can move up some. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. This infantry here. Move the scout car first. Okay. And then I already moved the HQ unit. Now I have disrupted and isolated engineers in this bunker. Don't have support for my tanks, but I do have AT guns and a lot of infantry. So let's see what we can do about that. They're returning fire. No effect, no effect, and fatigue. Alright, got a few of theirs. Look at this, this unit's disrupted, that's not good. So I'm going to assault with everything that I have. Unsupported tanks, but hopefully it's just overwhelming. And worth noting as well, that I just saw confirmed that the which unit is that? The 23rd Armored Brigade and the 51st Highlander Division assaulting together does not, well, it does suffer the organizational penalty. So here we go with our assault. Got no effect on me, and 22 of his men killed. We might be here a little while, which is annoying, but we'll take our shots with the tanks. I think that he's withdrawn a little bit. Recon. I think he has withdrawn a little bit up this road, which is good for me. Got disrupted infantry. This is a fresh battalion over here, so that's really beneficial for me because that means I can get up to the second highest point on this hill. We are pushing them back, you know, when you look at it from a operational perspective. Like, it is working. I'm just worried that my troops are getting fought out. Where's my pen? Oh, maybe that'll load. Or maybe it's somewhere on my screen and I'm just not seeing it. Try to load that again. I don't know. Alright, I won't get bogged down in that. I will... Let's see, this is 152nd Brigade of the Highlanders. So, my guys are probably all out of order. No, this is the 152nd. So that's good. We've got an AT gun. What is this unit here? This is going to stay here. This is 153rd. Where are you at? 153rd here. Okay. So mopping up this bunker while the rest of the 153rd and 152nd creep up this hill. So something somebody was asking me about recently was like how to make a determination about where exactly you're going to move a unit when there are different options available. And this is like a really good example of like how you can be careful and thrifty with your points. If I move straight north, I'm crossing a stream and I'm also raising my elevation. Whereas if I move northeast, I'm only raising my elevation. I'll have points left over, but I won't have enough points left over to move across the stream or basically to any other hex, including probably back down. This is a brush hex, which anyhow, I think that you get the point. Like, you take advantage of, if you're only going to move one hex and it's feasible and appropriate to do so, make sure that you are utilizing as much of your movement points as you can. So here we're going to go ahead and shuffle these guys up the hill. Take this AT gun. Can't move up there right now. This unit of the 152nd, see, we're kind of getting a little bit of a pinch on them, aren't we? Let's see. I think that I want you in this direction. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, the rest of these guys got to move up this hill. They're not on the plateau yet. So we'll just get them up there, and then we have here. Okay. So they can still get out, but you know, it's becoming increasingly challenging for them to do so. And I'm actually, I was gonna say I'd move my engineers straight up here into this empty hex, but I think that is not the way to go. I'm gonna keep them with this battalion of infantry. I just didn't want to expose them because they might have a unit here or here. Well, they might have had a unit here on this hex, which would put my engineers under threat, and that's not, the engineers aren't going to be able to do anything. So that's pretty good. This unit is disrupted. I wanted to assault up this hill. Now, this is another thing that I mentioned, is that I'm going to assault up this hill, and assaulting takes 2/3 of my action points. I think it's honestly, the rule is a little unclear to me, but the point is that like if I assault up this hill, because of the elevation change, I'm going to use all of my movement points, or most of my movement points. Like, I won't have enough left over for a volley. But if I volley first, I can then use the 2/3 remaining movement points to assault up the hill. I'll show you how that works. And if I had not volleyed, then when I get up the hill, I wouldn't have enough left over for a volley. So there's just little movements that you can make that are like that, where you kind of take advantage of every possible movement point, you know. In this case, I don't like that this broken HQ is over here. I don't super care because it's in HQ. I think that they can capture victory points, but I'd rather let this infantry unit rest. I could split the company. You guys are in trucks. I'm going to put you over here. Perfect. They don't need to worry. They're not under threat. I mean, they might get shelled, which would be annoying, but they haven't taken many casualties, and they're at 0 fatigue, and I don't need them for anything right at this moment, so I'm not worried about them getting disrupted. It's better to make sure that this battalion command is pinned. Okay. So that's the 51st. I have, let's see, what is this? Yeah, keep the machine gunners from the 201st Guards Motorized Brigade Group over here, and here comes the headquarters for the same. Here comes my scouts for the Highlanders. The Highlanders are in a pretty narrow front right now, borrowed AT guns notwithstanding, and these engineers. I actually have my epic pen up. Yeah, I do not. Here comes my AT guns, shelling this bunker. Let's see if we can't get this disruption that I'm looking for. Dang, that was really ineffective. And I lost a gun. Okay. Well, am I assaulting? Guess. I'm not thrilled how I don't love how this is playing out with this bunker. I'm having flashbacks to Jeffna. I'm worried. Alright. Let's pour it on. Let's get this work done. Yeah, barely made a dent. Dang. Game. Ow. Alright. Well, here we are. Let me get this. I should move some of this. Artillery. Artillery. This area I'm calling secure. HQ up there. This gun is unavailable, so it's a good time to move him. Got my New Zealanders artillery. Continue to move them. Alright. Now I think, let's see, I've got some Italian infantry over here. I've got a lot of scout cars over here I'm seeing. We do have AT. Let's see, I gotta be careful about how I move this. This is an AT scout car. They've just got a lot of guns over here right now. Here's what I can do. Okay. So we'll put the machine gunners here, engineers here. We've got their scout cars over here pinned between my scout cars and my infantry. We've got some shooting that I'm going to do. I'm a little worried about that. Firing against the heavy artillery, yeah. We got the disruption against their scout cars, so that's good. More to pin them with. Borrow the New Zealanders tanks and their no, these are also, all these scout cars are part of the 1st King's Dragoons. Got a lot, the Axis has a lot more scout cars. We're going to be in a little bit of trouble over there. This is the 4th Armored Brigade. What the heck is the 4th Armored Brigade? My goodness. 4th Armored Brigade? Okay. What are you doing over here? This is the 4th Armored Brigade, isn't it? No, that's the 1st Army Tank Brigade. I'm so lost. Let's just go ahead with it. Oh yeah, I remember this. I have another one of these units somewhere. I thought. Yeah, over here. Okay, I'll keep them together. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Got enough left over for reconnaissance. I found something. So this is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I look at the weather, current visibility is 4 kilometers. I just don't understand why visibility on this unit doesn't, I guess they have to move to come out of concealment. I don't know. Anyhow, let's get the flank on this. Yeah. Pin these paratroopers down. And I've got a lot of infantry right here, so we'll take advantage of that. I have visibility onto this hex, no, but I can do here. I knew I would take defensive fire there. Ugh, didn't think it was going to result in a disruption. Poor judgment on my part. And I'm trying to work. These guys are about to have a very difficult day, these paratroopers. They thought they were the rescue force. They immediately got surrounded. And they're gonna get ripped to shreds, it looks like. Oh yeah, this is not going well for them. This unit only has one soft attack, so I'm not going to bother to fire. Same with this AT gun. I am going to bother to... okay, so I've got one battalion to assault with, which I'm going to do now. Here. Good assault. We only have about 40 men left in that paratrooper company. We started with over 100, so that worked out quite well for me. Gonna pull a little bit of flank security over here. Probably move up this hill a little bit. These engineers... I shouldn't put them too far out. Do something like this. Yeah, we'll keep them there. Take you out of travel mode. We got AT guns over here. That was a risk to move it like that, and us, actually, it's a risk to leave it there. Put you there to block. Alright. HQ units. Let's see, everybody's basically together at this point. Yeah, why don't we move one of you up here? Here. Divisional can go here. That's the artillery, and what else? L-Force. Yeah. Take some counterfire there. What is your soft attack is very low. So this is a good example of, like, you kind of got to know your units' strengths and weaknesses, especially when it comes to, I find, armored units. Sometimes they'll have a good mix of hard and soft, sometimes they'll be hard, and sometimes they'll be soft. And you have to pay attention to which target is optimal. Because, like, firing at these guns are not really going to do anything, but firing at these vehicles, since they're a hard target, it's going to be far more effective. Fatigue, so not the best, but let's see here. I can use... I want to keep moving the L-Force up. Let me do something like this. Okay, we're going to pin this broken unit and then just go ahead and kill them. Move my... no, my AT gun from L-Force is going to stay there. And my Fusiliers will move up. This is the HQ for the L-Force, so we'll move you up. And I think that is about it for the 50th. And a lot of them hodgepodge of units from the 8th. Dang, AT guns in the open? I didn't realize it was like that. Alright, now they are going to have a hard range, so I can't exactly get at them It's 18 guns, and those are, I think, 75 millimeters, so they're pretty good. I think my best option in this case is to move this unit here, because that will both help to surround this bunker and to get close to this AT gun so that they won't be able to shoot at my tanks. Although they can fire across from here, so I don't have any more infantry up here. I don't have any. Okay, I think this unit's now pinned, but yeah, I gotta handle this thing. I gotta handle this cavalry, this broken cavalry. So let's see what I'm doing here. This is all my hard range, not my 2-pounder, but everything else on here has got hard range. So let's light up this bunker. Not you. Yes, this will get this round on them. I'm going to move these tanks. Trying to get this bunker at least isolated before I start assaulting on it really heavily. These units do not have hard range. Move the rest of my AT guns up. Might actually have another couple of shots. Yes, I do. Got another volley in, no effect. And let's figure out this 8th Armored Brigade, 2nd Armored Brigade. So this is the 2nd Armored Brigade, which is this unit's sister. So many different. Okay, that's why. This is oh, okay. Sorry. 1st Armored Division, you go. What should I do with this tank? I feel like I should move here and engage these AT guns. Ah, we got the disruption. So now we'll just go ahead and light them up. Let's move the rest of these tanks so that I can continue shelling these AT guns. They're going to be a pain for the armored division over here. Both of these are part of the 8th Armored Brigade, so like this, probably. No, we'll put them here as well. We'll get these tanks have range for soft attack as opposed to hard attack. So, what is your problem? Stacking limits. Let's put you here for now. So I want to have my hard ranged tanks engage this bunker while the rest of my units kind of move up here to bypass so I can reduce the bunker and still keep pushing forward. Let's see. Yeah, we'll move these HQ units up just a bit. Yeah, this bunker should be isolated. Alright, we'll find out next turn. And put you over here. Should be it. So, yeah. I'm not going to assault with these troops just yet. I'm going to wait. Maybe one of them will be able to recover some fatigue. I'm going to pause my video, and then I will cycle through all of my units, and then we'll run the turn. Alright, so I checked all of my units, and I'm ready to run the turn. I'm going to speed it up here. And I play up and make my volume setting. Let's see how it goes. Truly, I know I have like vastly the upper hand in this game, and I've been thinking that like basically once I get enough points to rack up a major victory, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. I started playing this particular scenario. Oh man, they're moving all kinds of guys. I'm in trouble over there by Peter's Corner. They're counterattacking. I've been playing a lot of play by email, and look, you see that there was a unit that was exactly what I was worried about, that they were going to have some broken unit recover and cut my supply lines. What a pain. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of play by email games. Usually they're shorter, but I'm not sure how to fit in the format. I like playing play-by-email games. I like playing against human opponents. I think that it's more fun and sane than playing against the AI. Apparently most people who play this game play against the AI, like something like 70%, which if that's the way that you like to play, then you should play that way. But I have been playing play-by-email matches. It's less consistent, though. I don't know. There's positives and negatives. In any case, I have played the heck out of this scenario. I have no idea how many hours. This is like near episode 50, so probably close to 50 hours or more. I'm having a blast with it. Is one thing. Is that I'm just having so much fun playing this scenario. I love it. I love the map. I love everything that's going on with it. I love the way that it feels and the units that I have. Oh, they're kicking my butt over in Peter's Corner. That's going to be a real problem. Anywho, if I get to enough points that I would have a major victory, I'm going to go ahead and probably just call it and cycle through the remaining turns, but still have a ways to go before I am there. Because the Axis forces are not done yet. They're all fighting back all over the place. Look, they just assaulted me. I assaulted up this dang hill. Dang, they're getting disruptions all over the place. And my guys are tired. We're not halfway through the scenario yet in terms of turn count. Man, they're really ripping me up over here. Gosh. Anyhow, so we've got a ways to go. There's plenty more fighting to do. I'll be continuing this scenario for the foreseeable future. Yeah, the Axis forces are making a comeback over here. They're appearing in a lot of different places and getting some good, solid disruptions against me. Boom. The fighting is not done. Should be... What else you got, buddy? Look, they came down this hill with tanks. They're fighting back against their surround. There's this unit over here that's I'm super annoyed with. Because I don't have anything to deal with that. I gotta, I don't know, send scout cars or something. Okay. So, let me grab my command reports. This topic comes up on the forums every now and again where it's like, why can't we view the command report? And it's like, well, the game's not set up that way. It could be, but it's not a very high priority. Which I don't blame them. I mean, there's plenty of other features that I would want. I just grab a screenshot. So, save my game, then we'll do a turn comparison. Save as. so this turn, I've got units that cleared mines. Where's that gonna be? Moroccan area. Oh, excellent, good. Got 9 units out of command versus 11 last turn. 18 artillery unavailable versus 16. I've got 25 units low on ammo versus 26, and 11 units undisrupted. Let's take a look at that. Tank destroyers, recon company, or troop, whatever. Some infantry. I can resume my suicidal assaults against this bunker near Jeffna. I'm sure the boys will be very happy about that. Let's see, this is artillery that's over here, core artillery, and some of my engineers, infantry, AT guns, that's good, and tanks, good. 8 units set up, and that's going to be core artillery, core artillery, core artillery. Mature is about to have a bad day. Divisional guns, more divisional guns, which I did calculate that this spot over here should have just enough range to hit this bunker or whatever it is, this trench line over by Table Rabat. And let's see. Yeah, they're really making a push over here by Peter's Corner. We're gonna have to deal with that. I'm not in great shape, but I can make it work. It's just a bunch of infantry. This looks like, I don't know. These guys might be like police units or something. It looks like they have MG42s. We'll find out. Alright, great. 4 units low on fuel, 65 units recovered fatigue. I did get 2 improved positions over in the area of the 7th and 6th. That's great. I got the dig in over here. We needed that. Alright, so let's rock and roll with artillery. What have I got here? It's my French guns. Everything on this bunker. Let's be absolutely as relentless as possible in getting these disruptions and making this dang bunker crack. We hit them hard last turn, so they're getting towards the end, I think. But man, I'm pouring so much firepower into this, so much fatigue. Alright, keep going. I love the capability to scroll with my key press when I bring up the artillery targeting dialogue. These guys are both disrupted. Everybody's disrupted over here. This is a freaking shoot show. The good news is that the first cavalry is on the way, the first armored. Alright, let's go for these guns. Where are you? I need to bring you out of travel mode. And I've got a nice target for you. And these 21 centimeters guns. I'll keep on that target. Got the disruption. Yeah, they didn't like that. Isolated unit in a trench. These, I think they're called brown shirts. Somebody was saying that. Some of these Italian infantry. Okay. Mature is getting shelled. It's a bunker. Don't love that. No other target of any. No other target period, I think. Keep working this Italian infantry. Okay. I need to set my speed. Settings. Action speed. Default speed all. Okay. And yeah, keep on this Italian infantry. Guns from the 1st. Armored. US 2nd Corps. What do I have over here? I actually have range on these guys, which is going to be good for me. Yeah, that's a bunker, so try and work out this, more of these darn anti-air guns. Let's see. Alright, material. Go ahead and just fire everything at that. Same. I need to start thinking about what comes after Meteor. I think it's a direct thrust north, but we'll look at it. We can probably get visibility this turn on that artillery. I did check my artillery again last turn before I finished. I should really just move these guys. Yeah, this core artillery, this can go here. This is from the 133rd, so where's the 133rd? That's that unit that was, I don't want to call them straggling, they had their own mission. Here they are. So, you can get visibility. Oh, shoot. So today I learned that you can activate AI for your own turn. And I'm resuming my artillery bombardment. What is this? 26th Infantry Regiment? Okay. You can move. I went the wrong way with them, didn't I? I was trying to be clever. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Need to be firing my artillery. Okay. So, you're already disrupted. I can hit these guys. I can also hit these guys. What unit is this? Let's keep working on these AA guns. See if I can't get the disruption that I'm looking for. And then all these units that are counterattacking, maybe I'll pull back a little bit here, set up a new line. Lots of artillery. Keep killing these AA guns. What is this? Ah, now. Okay. We got that. So yeah, actually I'm going to want to move all these artillery guns. I just don't know. Like, I'm hesitant to move them east. Well, I ought to. I mean, they're just sitting here otherwise. Let's see. One at a time, please. Okay. Okay. And, alright. So, more artillery, same target, these AA guns. Go on a vehicle. Just trying to throw the disruption here. What is this? I hit this over here. 68th has its own target, or what is this, the 78th? 78th Division? 78th Infantry, yeah. This is back to the 4th. We're still killing these guys. Oh, no. Back to the 78th now. And we'll hit this infantry over here that's threatening my flank. And here, what unit is this? Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Next. Okay. So here, I see a lot of their units kind of caught out in the open. These units from the 4th are not in the right place, but they're also doing a pretty good job of threatening their flank in multiple areas. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead with these guns here. I'd rather be firing at this artillery than... actually, I don't want to fire at this trench line over here. Nah, we'll stay on the artillery. That infantry is no threat to us right now. So, all our divisional guns will fire. We'll see what we can do. We got the disruption against their artillery, and I'm going to move this piece. Put you up here. Royal Horse. This is from the 6th. We have some artillery that is in travel mode. My favorite kind of mode for artillery. Haha. 3 kills. Got a disruption. Here's Royal Horse Artillery from the 7th. These guys are not yet disrupted, so we'll work on that. Okay. Continue. Actually, I'm going to switch targets because these guys are in the open. They're in clear terrain, and they're in an elevated position, so they're threatening the units that are southwest of them in that valley. Okay. Keep firing. Oh, that was a good hit. 10 kills. I'm so annoyed that this unit exists. I don't care. I don't really have... well, I do have other targets. But... yeah, we'll hit this infantry over here. And I'll get a scout car down that way. We got the disruption. It's got over 100 men, so I gotta come deal with this now. So annoying. But, I mean, from the AI's perspective, it's working and disrupting me. Yeah. And I don't have great other targets. I don't super duper want to shoot at these tanks. Alright. What is this? This is 51st. This unit's isolated. Nice. Doing a good job of pushing forward and rotating out units that need the rest. Let's get this disruption. Yeah, look at that. Who's next is my artillery battery from the... was that the 50th? Yeah. No. Oh, nice disruption. I'm going to move this unit. Okay. Oh, here's an AT gun in travel mode. Oh, and I got a scout car out there that can ambush him. That'll be fun. Okay. We fired our artillery. I might be able to get through second corps, but probably not the entirety. So let's see what we can do. Okay. So they can still get out, but there's progress. I shouldn't have put my HQ there, it's too exposed. Ooh, every time I come back to Highway 7, I'm like, ooh, I don't want to do this. We gotta do it. I got more infantry now in the form of recon squadrons. And an engineer battalion. Watch, the engineer battalion's gonna show up and we'll destroy this bunker the same turn. Okay, here we go. That was a good one. And we got the final disruption on them. So I have one more assaulting battalion. Another good assault. Still not there, but we are making progress. Let's focus on their paratroopers with the remaining volleys of my AT weapons. Don't know why that happens. Or the screen changes sizes like that. Happens intermittently. Okay. So here, these two units are disrupted. Their units are disrupted. If I can take out this AT gun, or at least assault through it, then I can... I should have focused fire on this. I have any aircraft? Carpet bomb only. Okay, let's see what we can do. Alright. Continuing on, they got a disruption on my recon troops up here. God, this is such a disaster. This whole sector is such a mess. Another example, though, of a good use of movement points is here I have the choice between moving up from 100 meters to 300 meters elevation versus 200 meters elevation. If I move up here, I'm not going to be able to move any further, so go ahead and move this battalion up. Everybody's disrupted. What a disaster. Trying to think if I should assault these guys, because all I'm going to do is push them back towards this bunker. Okay. We're just going to volley. If I was smart, I would have fired at this artillery first to weaken it so that when the counter fire comes in, it's not as effective. But here we are. Okay, so that should be it for the 9th. What a mess. This unit's low ammo. I'll go ahead and fire with these guys. Should have assaulted with the tank destroyers as well. A couple kills there. That was actually pretty effective. 6 kills. Okay. Let's get the surround on this artillery here. Artillery is actually pretty good at defending against assaults if they're not disrupted, so let's be a little careful. Here's my itty bitties. I'm gonna move them out. They're disrupted, but whatever. And neither of these units will be able to move, I don't think. I actually didn't mean to put this tank in this hex. Here we are. Okay. No disruption yet. Can I get it? No, I cannot. So, let's see. Next up for the first is... probably assaulting here. Oof. 88 men. We annihilated that unit. Both of those units. Got the disruption. We'll continue to volley from here, and then I think that this mechanized unit... Oh yeah, they're good to go. I thought that they had low ammo, and I have an almost appropriate amount of tanks to assault with them, so this is going to be devastating. Pretty devastating. Yeah, they only have a few guys left. Done. Scout car is coming up. Just get you moved. Alright. I keep thinking that I'm going to put this somewhere where it needs to be. The Red Bull needs to be responsible for its own flank security. What about here? I'm going to try it. Okay, we found their position. I'll make a note of that. That is 157.16 entrenched infantry. I forgot to check my task list. I'm gonna run through a couple of these right quick. Oh yeah, took care of that. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, mature. They're isolated. We're going to soften them up. Or attempt to soften them up. No effect. Game screen is really wigging out now. Yeah, it's a shame I won't be able to assault with those tanks this turn. I didn't want to have them assault unsupported, and there was no way to get them to a hex that had supporting infantry. So, here goes my assault number 1. Okay. Not terrible, not good. Not terrible, not good. One more battalion. That was good. These guys are not going to last very much longer. Okay. Put you... I guess you can just wait. That's fine. We'll bring these troops up here. You up here. Engineers can go here. Start providing some of that famous flank security. And put you here, next to the recon cars, more recon cars. And put you here, kind of spread things out a little. Okay. Yeah, I want to move more of this core artillery northwest to support this assault on Jaffna. What a disaster. I think it's a good idea to constantly remind myself of how much of a disaster that whole thing is. Pissed. Okay, more recon from Red Bull. More infantry coming in from Red Bull. Now the first... I've got tank destroyers up over here. I do kind of need to think about what my next move is. I think it's going to be Ferryville then. And the first... Yeah, the 1st Infantry Division needs to be moving northeast, I think, or north-ish. Though, I wouldn't be completely opposed to them assisting with the assault on Tabor. Feeling we'll encounter resistance here. I've got a recon plane. Intercepted. Does not appear to be anything in Tabor, so let's see if I can just take that with my AT gun. Yep. Tabor, yeah. Whoever holds Tabor holds the key to Tunis. So here I am with the key to Tunis in my hand. So let's see. Looking at it from an operational perspective a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'll call it with the completion of the U.S. Second Corps. Get these guys through. Okay. Okay. Alright. And good. Wonderful. So I'll go ahead and call it there. And I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next installment.